Hello, how are you? My name is Jorge Almodovar from Ardiente Radio, and I cannot wait to talk to you about the DNR Airence by DNR Group and provided in the United States of America by Progressive Concepts. And you definitely have to check this out. I will be talking about it today, but there's so much you can do with this. I'm only going to scratch the surface, but it will be very good, important information to get you motivated to really look into the Airence. Now, first off, let me show you how beautiful this thing looks. It's going to be crazy. Now, look at this. Now, let me show you what this has. First off, it has 4 USB modules. 1 through 4 are all USB. So this will definitely make your machine a powerhouse when it comes to be able to plug different things and control different things from different sound sources. So you will be able to mix them correctly. Now, let's look at the back of this equipment. Now, check this out. Bam. Look how beautiful that thing looks. And let me explain to you briefly what this has. So like this, you can have an idea of what it is that you can plug into this. So again, you have the 4 USB modules. You can plug in through the RCAs. So you want to plug in some turntables, some sound equipment, you can do that as well. You can plug your mic. On your insert there, you'll see that you can put compressors, effects, gates, anything that you want on your voice, you can have that. And plus, you have a nice little start input. So if you want to remotely be able to start something, you can do so. You have 2 telephone hybrids. After the 4, you have 5 and 6. You have 2 telephone hybrids that you can use them for the telephone. Now, the cool thing about this is, let's say that you have a phone call. How do you tell when someone's calling you? In the front of the DNR, you have a nice little light that I'm going to show you exactly where it is located. So right in here, there is a little light right there. There's a little light here that you can tell when people are calling you. Now, the great thing about this, that little start input that you have on the back of it, you could actually connect a light. So like that, you can have an in-light studio that can show you when someone is calling, and you don't have to look at the light in front of the mixer, but you want something bigger, you can plug it in, which that's definitely something very cool about it. Now, also, let me show you what it has in the back here. You have all kinds of monster outputs. I mean, you have control room monitor, you have studio monitor output, you have aux sense output, you have limitless of different outputs that you could have, plus digital AES output for maximum sound. Is definitely great. Now, one of the things that I really love about this is the extender that it has. Let me show you what this looks like. This will have another piece that you can connect to the Airence, that you will be able to have a whole nother 6 different modules. And this doesn't have no limits. So if you want to put a second one, a third one, you may do so if you want to your studio to look really sexy. Oh, I have a nice little picture here that I thought that they have, and I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, look how beautiful this would look in your studio. 2 different boards. You will be able to have space on your desk to do other things that you want to do while you're doing your show, and you will be able to have an amazing looking studio at the same time. Now, let's go ahead and show you the benefits of having the Airence. So let me go ahead and switch to this view here. Now, this here is DNR Aircast. And as you can see on my other screen, I do have the Airence running. And I'm going to show you how this all works together. Give you a little preview of what you're going to be able to do with it. So first off, I mean, we did talk about the Aircast in other videos that I have. We did do, a couple of more mixers that I did review on them. But I'm not gonna spend too much time on how the Aircast works. I just want to show you how the Aircast and the Airence work together. And another feature that the Airence have, which is great, I'm gonna pull it up right here so you can see what I'm talking about, is the Airence Vitural Mapper, and how this can control even other softwares in your computer. And I will talk about that in a little bit. So let's go ahead and input here a folder with some music. So let's go ahead and plug these in here. So now, let me show you this. At this very bottom part of the window here. It's what we call the cart wall. Let me bring this up, the Airence, and now I want you to look at this part here of the controls. We're going to talk about the control for a little bit here. It has 24 different controls that you can control. Anything and softwares, it really doesn't matter. You'll be able to control it with that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Show you what I mean. So let's say, now, bring this here. Now, pay attention. I'm going to drag this here to the first cart wall. And I want you to pay attention to what happens to this button right here. The very first one on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side. Check this out. Bam. You see how it turned yellow? All right. So what happens here now is that I'm able to control my sweeper with that button. So let's take a listen so you can see what I'm talking about.
Porque hablemos español no quiere decir que no escuchamos música en inglés. I need a one dance, got a Hennessy in my hand. Aquí te entendemos. Por eso somos Ardiente Radio.
Now you see that, right? So that is definitely very, very, very cool. So how is this? Let me go ahead and plug a few more here. And as you can see, as I add them, on the right side of the Airence, on the control, the lights turn yellow. Cool thing about this, you ready? Is that this has fade start. And what do I mean by fade start? Well, it means that I have set up my faders to control my decks. My A deck here, my B deck here. So now check this out.
You know, young rich, you know, so we ain't really never had no old money. We got a whole lot of new money though.
Now what happened there was that I just brought the fader up, the music started playing. So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to go ahead and put these faders up, 1 and 2, so you can see how they go hand in hand with with each other. And I'm also going to play some from my cart wall, some imaging, so you can see how can you do this all live. And this is plug and play. I mean, I'm talking about all I did was that I went ahead and I plugged it in, USB, nothing that you have to do with this. It all works. Now let's kind of play with this a little bit and show you what I'm talking about.
Hey! Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Cooking on your bitch, yeah. I cooking up in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something. Hey! I don't try nobody, grip the trick, nobody. Call up the gang and they come and get gang.
Porque hablemos español no quiere decir que no escuchamos música en inglés. I need a one dance, got a Hennessy in my hand. Aquí te entendemos. Por eso somos Ardiente Radio.
Hey, I'm Jess Carmel.
It's Francesca.
I'm Miles.
Myrian.
Marnie Florence.
Siobhan.
Joanna. Christina.
Josh.
It's Kylie.
Miranda.
It's Jawed.
Grace.
It's James.
Ashley.
See the light.
Súbelo duro en Ardiente Radio. El calor musical.
Who's taking you home, I'm loving you so. The way I used to love you, no, I don't wanna know.
Porque hablemos español no quiere decir que no escuchamos música en inglés.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now. I'm a ghost, I call your name, you right through me. You're the reason I'm alone and masturbate. Hey, I've been trying to fix my...
Now, the great thing about this, I mean, I was just kind of playing around and acting a fool with it. But you could definitely, if you plan this out correctly, I mean, you will have an amazing sound. There's no other board that do this. I mean, you have the Airence. Now, another cool thing that you have that comes with the Airence, look at this. Look how beautiful this thing is right here. This is the Airence meter. I mean, it tells you what's playing. It tells you the sub. If you have a sub mix, right now I don't have anything going through my sub, so it's not playing. It has a control room monitor. It gives you a time. It gives you the seconds. It gives you just basically everything, what day it is. So if you are a person that you deal with a clock for your radio show, then there it is. It's all in here, all inclusive. You can put this in a separate monitor, boom, and you have it there. You can watch different things that are going on with your show at different monitors, and it's just an amazing thing to have. So let me talk to you a bit about this other part of it, which is great. The Airence Virtual Keyboard Mapper, which is great because you could take other softwares and actually put them involved to be incorporated into your Airence equipment, which I find very fascinating that somebody can actually think of something like this and kind of think outside the box and incorporate something into your system. So now check this out. So I'm going to go ahead and control Skype right now. I'm going to go to Skype. I'm going to go to call. On call, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. Every software usually has shortcuts. For instance, I want to answer the call. This one is Alt and page up. So I want to remember that. Alt and page up is a shortcut. Then to hang up is Alt and page down. So I want to remember that as well. So all these softwares usually have all these shortcuts that you can use and incorporate them into the Airence. So I'm going to go into the Airence. Okay, and I want to use my pickup. I want to use on button number 17. I have something here right now. So let me go ahead, open it, and remove all of this. We're going to start from 0. We're going to start from scratch. Okay. And, all right, so now I'm going to go ahead. I want to pick up the phone call, and I'm going to do it on 17. And what was the first shortcut that it gave us? It gave us Alt. So I'm going to put the Alt here. Key number 2 was page up. So I'm going to look for page up, and I'm going to put it here. Now, as you can see, 17 lit up. Okay, because I want it on 17. I put it here. And now you look at the control on the Airence, and 17 is up. So now I want 18. I want this one here to be the one that hangs up the phone call. So I'm going to go to 18. I click it. Then I'm going to go, my first key was Alt. And the next one was page down. Page down was a shortcut. So now as you can see on my mapper, it tells me here on 17 is Alt page up. On 18 is Alt page down. I look on my 18 on my control on the Airence, and you see it's green. 17 is green. 18 is green. So now let's make the phone call. So I'm going to go ahead and call the number. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. Phone call is live and it's active. And all I did was pick it up with my Airence. Now I'm going to hang up the phone call. I was able to hang it up. So this is just so neat because you could literally any type of software that has keyboard shortcuts. That's how simple it is. It's very simple. You can have a quick learn function on it. So you could have, for instance, I have my Skype and it's all learned. So it already knows. See, it has answer, hang up. So it learns everything that you want it to do. I think it's just great. Let me go ahead and talk to you a little bit about the Studio Remote Unit. It is designed to be the remote and communication interface between the mixing console and the announcer or guest. It has a built-in headphone amp and 2 remote switches with red-green LED indication. The Studio Remote is the perfect solution for headphones, amplifier, COF communication button for announcers and or guest and a mic connection. Again, my name is Jorge Almodovar and this is a review on the DNR Airence. For more information, make sure you visit progressiveconcepts.com. Thank you.